Let's further discuss this now with Brendan Kearney. He's a retired colonel of the U.S. Marine Corps and a military affairs analyst, and joins me live from Santa Rosa. Thank you for being with us on the program. So let's talk about this meeting now expected to happen between Zelenskyy and Trump. He's going to essentially put Ukraine's version of the plan on the table. How much of that plan will Trump accept?
Well, first of all, I think Zelenskyy is brilliant in showing the world that he can take the initiative in going ahead and pushing a plan that he wants to present to President Trump. And as to how much President Trump is going to agree with or disagree with, I think we're just going to have to wait and see until Sunday. Hopefully, there's going to be a lot of areas of agreement. It wouldn't surprise me at all if there's some areas of disagreement, because that is classic Trump. But we're going to have to wait and see.
Right. And I mean, the main sticking point, it seems to be, is territorial issues. Will Trump be able to bridge the gap on those territorial issues? Does all really depend on how much territory Ukraine concedes?
You know, the territorial issues are obviously real to both Russia and to Zelenskyy and Ukraine. I'm a little bit concerned that President Trump, if he goes back on some of his past statements, he gets a little bit cavalier when he starts talking about somebody else's territory. You know, we were talking about a United States territory. He would not be cavalier. He'd be drawing lines in the sand all over the place. So I'm hopeful that he's going to listen. I'm hopeful that his advisors will convey to him the importance of Ukraine retaining sovereignty over its territory, and that any decisions about giving up portions of Ukraine are going to have to be Ukrainian decisions, not decisions that are coming out of Mar-a-Lago.
And what we're showing on our screens right now are the latest attacks that have been conducted there in the Ukrainian capital, Kyiv, following a series of attacks across the country. This, of course, happening in light of this peace plan trying to be pushed through. Security guarantees is also one of the main sticking points, not just for Ukraine, but for the European Union as well. What should we expect on that front?
Well, I think President Trump is going to listen to President Zelenskyy. He's obviously in direct communications with his counterparts in Europe and probably has a degree of an appreciation as to what the European concerns are when it comes to security against additional Russian aggression. But again, this is a tough point, and I think unfortunately the American team, our team of negotiators, has oftentimes glossed over what these concerns are. And as an American, but somebody who fully understands the history of Europe, I think we have to be very, very sensitive to their concerns about further Russian aggression. Not only the immediate challenge of what's going on in Ukraine with those territories that the Russians illegally seized. I mean, this is nothing but wartime aggression, to those further concerns that the Western Europeans have about the historical pattern of Russian aggression in that part of the world. So we have to be sensitive to that. And I'm not completely convinced that President Trump has a full appreciation of just how important this is to Europe and how the United States needs to stand by doing the right thing in this particular case.
Colonel Brendan Kearney, thank you so much for being with us here on TRT World. I appreciate it.
Thank you.